The hypocrisy of politicians is real. It strikes again because when they have power in their hands, they're willing to do anything. They're willing to go against any word they've ever said. Lust, greed, power is their downfall. I present to you today Shabana Mahmood. Have a look at this and what she said as a Labour backbencher once upon a time. It's going to blow your mind. Listen.
Specific plans regarding amnesty for undocumented workers. Myself personally, as a Labour backbench member of Parliament, I do support a general amnesty for all people who are already in the country so they can regularise their status and start playing a full part in British society. But that will have to be alongside other documentation measures as well. That is not official Labour Party policy yet, but myself and a group of other Labour MPs are continuing to make the argument.
So she is saying she wanted an amnesty for all illegal immigrants and refugees. She's also said this. She's also been cited to say this. And this is all relevant. This is back in 2018. Okay, this is what she said in 2018. Have a listen to this one.
We dishonour the Windrush generation if we make this a debate about illegal immigration, and if we miss the point as to the culture of disbelief that fuels the hostile environment that sits at the heart of what has happened and what this scandal has shown, because it is that culture of disbelief that renders British citizens and British nationals as if not just they were immigrants, but if they were illegal, to visits upon them the ignominy and the humiliation of being deemed illegal in their own land. And this assumption that is made at the heart of our system doesn't simply go after illegal immigrants, as we have said. It goes after those of us who look like we could be immigrants. We have talked a lot about illegal immigration sitting at the heart of this debate, but actually what we're not really talking about so much is race. So I do say to honourable members who don't quite understand how these policies impact on their fellow citizens and their fellow British nationals, is try making an application to the Home Office whilst having a name that is demonstrably African in origin. Try making an application as a British national to the Home Office with a name that is demonstrably South Asian in origin. I promise you, the protection of your British passport is not going to help you one little bit. You will have visited upon you casual humiliation upon humiliation. The system will treat you as if you are dirt on the bottom of its shoe, and that is not good enough. And that happens to British nationals on a daily basis when they apply for visitor visas, when they apply for spousal visas. If you can get past the income threshold, if you can prove the legitimacy of your love for somebody that you have fallen in love with and have married, it still now makes you take DNA tests to prove that the child that might have been born whilst you visited your foreign-based spouse is in fact your child or not. That is not acceptable in 21st century Britain. And I do say to members opposite, do not be complacent about what your system is doing on a daily basis to people that have the protection of a British passport. And if you're in any doubt, come to see me in my constituency. 70% non-white. I have one of the highest immigration caseloads in this country, and I see this on a daily basis.
So there we go. There we go. She's made her voice clear about illegal immigrants, the struggles they face, how it's about race, etc., British citizens. And yet today, she has caused this. She has caused this ruckus because she has and will be announcing some radical asylum reforms. A Labour civil war as MPs publicly attack Shabana Mahmood's radical asylum reforms. This is True Brit Media, the channel that speaks the truth, exposes the truth, and lives the truth, and the truth must be heard. And the truth is this: Shabana Mahmood is about to tear the Labour Party apart. We thought it was going to be Rachel Reeves' budget. We thought it was going to be Keir Starmer. But it looks like the actual winner is going to be Shabana Mahmood, as so many MPs are coming forward and saying they will resign if she goes this radical way. How can the two video clips at the start of her nearly 7-8 years ago be where she is today? And this is why I said at the start of the video, the hypocrisy. When people have power, they change. If you like this sort of content, then make sure to hit that subscribe button. Like up the video if you believe the Labour Party is going to be torn apart, and get in the comment section. Let me know on these changes. Let's get into the article today and see why there's going to be a Labour civil war. So it says here, Labour civil war as MPs publicly attack Shabana Mahmood's radical asylum. A number of MPs have already broken ranks to blast the policy, which they believe is playing into Reform's hand. Labour is once again engulfed in a civil war this morning as MPs are already breaking rank to attack the new asylum reforms. Home Secretary Shabana Mahmood will deliver the radical update in the Commons this afternoon, announcing huge changes to deportations and processing. The new policy includes changing how the ECHR is interpreted by UK judges so that illegal immigrants' right to a family life isn't prioritised over the safety of Britons. The number of years before an illegal migrant can apply for indefinite leave to remain will also be quadrupled from 5 to 20 years. However, while the tourism reform have criticised the measures for not going far enough, Labour MPs are already blasting the Home Secretary for being too right-wing. Unbelievable. Tony Vaughan, a 2024 Intake MP who represents the South Coast, a key target for migrant dinners, emerged last night to demand that the government think again on this. Mr. Vaughan, who's notable for not being a typical backbench rebel, fumed, the idea that recognised refugees need to be deported is wrong. The rhetoric around these reforms encourages the same culture of divisiveness that sees racism and abuse grown in our communities. The government is wrong to think that reviews of safety in that person's country every few years will mean refugees can be returned at a scale that hasn't happened in Denmark. Brutal dictators tend to hang on to power. It would just move huge amounts of resources away from making our asylum system work as it should by cutting initial decision delays and the appeals backlog, sorting out asylum accommodation, making the UK-France deal work, removing those whose claims fell. There's also, as I said, been another 7 other MPs who their names has been tweeted and shared by these people here who are against Shabana Mahmood's decisions. Those MPs highlighted there. Now, we will be waiting today to see these radical changes and what. And one of the things I've heard is that any item that a legal migrant has over £100 will be taken and confiscated off them and used to be sold to fund the costs of hotels, their food, their lifestyle, etc. So they're having items confiscated off them, which is interesting, mobile phones, etc. It's quite radical. It's a different direction and it needs, and as I said, Labour have gone from being left to now going a little bit more central to this. Reform and Tories want it to be stricter. But the Labour Party are in an absolute crisis. They're arguing amongst each other. They want it sorted out. They think it's too soft. I mean, let's be real here. The level of strictness, the way in which these migrants are flooding over day by day, over 1,000 boats a day. Do you know what I mean? Anything is better than what we have now. So what I say to you is this. Shabana Mahmood has gone from being very politically correct and soft to now going quite radical. People may say it's hypocrisy. I say good on her for changing. Good on her for making a stance. But do we believe her? Are these going to be followed through? Or is this all just talk to keep the Labour Party at a chance of winning the next general election? Let's see what the polls say. Would love to know your thoughts on this. Are you in agreement with Shabana Mahmood? Do you think this is crazy that she can go from one sentence to another and you don't believe her? And do you think the Labour Party are going to be torn over this and see their downfall? Make sure you like it, share it around. I'm out of here. Ta-da.